Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about amenorrhea, which is the lack of my menstrual cycles. And when I started to have my periods, they were fine. They weren't full of PMS or anything like that. I was lucky. Not a big deal, just a little bit of cramps, a little bit of PMS, just a tad. Wasn't bad. Then I started to eat less fat, trying to get leaner. I never was extremely overweight or anything like that, but I was overweight. I didn't look the way I wanted to look. Most of my friends were leaner than I was, and the exercise thing wasn't a real big deal. It was kind of a big deal, I guess. I wasn't in any sports because I grew up with asthma and my parents just didn't want me to do anything. I would have loved to do, especially dance. Oh my gosh. I would have loved to take in, ballroom or any kind of a swing dance. I'd love to learn all the steps of dance. Even ballet would have been awesome. But I did not do any sports. I instead did arts and music and all that. Anyways, my body was never the way I really wanted it, and so when I got a little bit older, I thought, I'm going to start working out and I'm going to try to eat less calories and less fat, because that's where almost all the calories are with what you eat. And so I reduced that to hardly any, and my periods almost instantly stopped. So you'd think that I'd know what did it, but I didn't want to be heavy, and I tried my best not to be. Although the more I tried to not be, I still had a lot of inflammation and still weight that was weird, and it seemed like exercise almost made me more hungry. Anyway, when I realized that it was all about meat, we still were having some oils, because we just almost didn't think about it. Fish and oil, we thought was maybe a healthy way. We got rid of a lot of things that were a problem for me, with grains and dairy was a problem for me. And so it wasn't until I got rid of the bad fats and brought in just animal fat, and then all of a sudden, after 10 years of not having any cycles, unless I would go on a pill or, something that would make me have a period, which really the only thing that allowed it was going on a pill, which I knew was bad for me. I had natural cycle. I couldn't believe it. It was egg yolks that I added, and a ton of them, and all of a sudden I had cycles. I had spent all those years researching amenorrhea, what causes amenorrhea. All of them said a very, very low body fat, which I knew it was not me. Extreme athletes, which I knew was not me. And all that, and I would have done anything to have known that. Nowadays, I think it's well known. I don't know. Sometimes I'm surprised what people haven't heard when they suffer from something, that some simple changes can make a big difference. But again, everybody is different. I think the body needs fat, obviously. It needs protein. It doesn't need carbohydrates. Those are not essential. People think they are for energy, but fat can be burned for energy as well. It's a better fuel, at least I think. Anyway, ever since that point, I never turned back. I had normal cycles. I got pregnant twice, easily, accidentally. I had a home birth I had both of them were home births, but I had a home birth with a midwife for Charlie, my first. And with George, it was just me. I had him just myself. My water broke, and I told Joe in the other room, hey, my water broke. And he came to, help with whatever he could. And I had pushed twice, once for George's head and once for his body. And he was born right there on the ground. We did have a drop cloth down. I knew I was going to have him myself. So we took a risk, but it worked out very well. No complications at all. And my suggestion is, oh gosh, no. You've got to do whatever you feel like doing with your pregnancy, birth, after birth, all that stuff. It's just what we did. So I thought I'd share that. If you want to comment and tell me if you have anything that you can relate to, that's great. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode, hopefully. See ya.